April 30th is the day that I could not ever forget.
After they overcome the South Vietnam, they put on the newspaper that all of the officers must report to them, and then they put us in the concentration labor camp.
So long as you connect with Vietnamese, South Vietnam military, they come over that, take your property.
My wife's family is Chinese, and they can go because their name on the birth certificate is Chinese. But I'm a Vietnamese. And for me, if they catch me, then I will you're done, yeah. And maybe hard labor for all my life. Someone in my mom's family, they working in the government, so I have all the paper. I mean, birth certificate, everything, like Chinese. I tried like 4 or 5 times, couldn't make it. Because too crowded, people, they pushing you out because you don't have money to pay for them. I tell my wife, if something happens, just go on. In the first 3 days, it's a storm. We get lost in the ocean. We don't want to go to Thailand because of Thai pirates.
Many of us tried countless times to flee the country. Finally, this one faithful trip, we got on the boat, a wooden boat about 45 feet long. I don't know how many people were on board on that ship, probably close to 200. And just as we passed through the little canal and the police were asking questions, the little baby cried. And I heard gunshots, boom, boom, boom. We were all put in jail.
My wife told me that we escaped together, we live together, we die together. I said, if we get caught and then we stuck, so let me escape first, and then I plan for you to escape. I was so scared. The pirates boat came and then they took away all the food and they left with us with nothing. And we had to try to survive.
We had to try one more time. I said, let's go, Dad. I mean, there wasn't anything here for us.
My mom, very smart lady. Your father take a picture with American, so you keep it. You never know, maybe something will help.
After the pirate, we got some water inside the boat. We had to get the water out. All the men, we take turn and we exhausted. We all lay down like dead body. And luckily at that time, the American ship showed up.
In the morning, like so dark outside, so cold and raining. We see the Coast Guard ship. So they say, where you want to go? We just say, Indonesia, Malaysia, whatever. And they say, we will follow you about a few hours. Then when you see the light, you go straight the light. One officer interviewed my family, and then they say, why you want to come to the United States? I say, because I played with American soldier when I was young. He said, did you have anything to prove? I say, I have the black and white picture with American. Then he said, you know some of them in here? I said, yeah, him. And he said, don't say anything, don't tell anyone. Then he wrapped all the paperwork, everything. He said, he turned around, he said, sign here. I said, I signed. Many years later, then I read about the book history, then, oh my God, that's Uncle Hyde. Then I see in a picture, that's Alexander Hyde. How funny.
As we got out to the open sea, there was a school of dolphins that was leading us along the way. It was very joyful to see them. When I woke up in the morning, I thought I was in a dream. I remember my dad said, let's celebrate. And at that point, I knew that I had a second chance at life. Well, every single time we step our foot on a boat trying to escape the country, of course we always had hope that you survive. You had a 50-50 chance.
I moved to Philadelphia and really tough because I cannot speak English. I don't have the skill. And they say, we're looking for the restaurant. We will work on restaurant. I said, oh yeah, I can do that.
We arrived in Canada, October of 1982. Did not speak any English. Arrived in this snowy country. And then our sponsor, they inspire our family to really focus in education.
I came over here only $5. I did not know much English, so I told myself that I have to go to school. Just about a couple of weeks when I arrived, I registered to the ESL class right away for the spring semester.
My mom, she say, why you don't open a restaurant? So since 1989 until now, this restaurant is the Little Saigon. It's, for us, we don't forget our old country.
I got a degree and I started from the very bottom, and then now my title is Work Study Coordinator at the Community College of Philadelphia.
I was married at 21, and I just packed up and went with him and moved to the States and continued my schooling, and I got my dental degree from Temple University in Philadelphia.
This is the best country in the world. When I grow up, I see that the freedom and democracy, that's the most important for the human life, special life for us and for me.
As Vietnamese American, we are thankful for the kindness of the American government and the American people who opened your arm and receive us and give us a chance. I always worship the yellow flag. It's a symbol for humanity and a symbol for freedom.
When the community settled on the name for the monument, they called it the Vietnamese Heritage and Freedom Monument. And I think that was very wise, because what it allows us to do is to tell the story of Vietnam to future generations.
Many generations later, they will learn from there and they appreciate it. Then they know what their grandfather or even their father, what they do for this country. But we have to remember, when you lost someone, then you will feel it. Have to think about the people who cannot come back.
I think I underestimated how they felt, and I think I underestimated the importance of this monument to us. I don't know of too many others that relate to the joint sacrifice of American and Vietnamese forces.
The two flags flew side by side. That's simple for us. We fought together side by side. We appreciate the American Vietnam veterans, and we want to share a part of that with them.
When I left Vietnam, I think I lost everything. You know, I have no life, no future, and all that. So I hope that with this Vietnamese flag here, and the young people, young generation, understand what we go through to have that up there. $50,000 soldiers get killed in my country. It's very painful, just like in my own family, my own relative. I cry and I really, really thank American this help our country.
Well, we owe a lot to the American vets who were in Vietnam.
Every freedom, you have to pay with a price. When you don't have that, then you appreciate it. But you have that in your hand, you think that's easy? No. That's why, for me, I think we owe them something.
I never really knew how the Vietnamese people thought about the servicemen and women who served in their country. I didn't know if they thought the Marines cut and ran on them. And that notion was very troubling to me, because the Marines that I saw served honorably.
They thought that we may have some, what's the word, animosity against them. But in reality, no, not at all.
I lived with the Vietnamese. I slept with them, I ate with them, I fought with them, and I came to really respect and actually love the Vietnamese people and the culture.
We respected the Vietnam vets. We were very thankful for them being there, for keeping us free, for keeping South Vietnam safe.
When I've seen the outpouring of genuine support, thanks for our service, you can't do anything but reciprocate that.
I think it's important that other U.S. veterans and ARVN veterans understand that relationship we've established with our ARVN allies is a very rich and one that's building.
All the American Vietnam veterans, we all honor all of them. They are heroes to us.
And always for myself, and I tell my children, have to appreciate this country because everything you have right now is from here. You have to give back to this country.